what would unite the furthest ends of the political spectrum? What is this compact? What brings us together to make the 96 Act and then everything that came from it? If you think about the telecom revolution, the digital age, the information, the knowledge economy, what was the basic principle that allowed us to unite and do something that had tremendous benefit to the country? And it's around this principle of competition. Part of our purpose being here today is to celebrate the bipartisan compact and to help restore it, reestablish it, and renew it.
Back in February of 1996, no homes in America had broadband. Just the blink of an eye, 18 years. Huh? Today, a 12-year-old believes it's a constitutional right to have a 50-inch screen with massive broadband interconnectivity. We had a plan. America had a plan. We put it together in the 1996 Act. We were going to unleash this broadband revolution that had $1 trillion of private sector investment that went in. And we also made sure in that act that there was interconnectivity for competitors, that it wouldn't just be a small number of companies, but it would be many companies. Yet the tenets of the 1996 Act, promoting competition, expanding consumer choice, spurring economic growth, are as relevant and vital today as they were 18 years ago when President Clinton signed the bill into law. The Act's principles were meant to be technology neutral.
It's been a long and fascinating 18 years since the 96 Act passed, and I really believe that the foundation of the Act was competition. Competition is the answer, and it's just as true today, if not more true, than it ever was, as we are seeing the consolidation of telecommunications interest throughout the country.
Rural is something that obviously is near and dear to my heart because Arkansas is so rural. Many of your states have significant rural areas that need to be focused on, and if we kind of do a one-size-fits-all here in Washington, chances are rural gets left behind. Because competition is very, very good. When you have competition, it solves a lot of other problems. When you have true competition where companies can get in and compete for customers, compete for business, that's the way the market ought to work.
Competition is hard. It indeed is very challenging. It results in some companies failing, but it also results in other companies succeeding and innovating, and it produces a better world. It drives innovation, it drives new ideas, it drives better products, it drives lower prices and better lives. Our message on Capitol Hill appeals to conservatives like me who understand the benefits of competition, but it also should appeal to every single member. You get better service, you get innovative products at lower prices.
Because out in rural Vermont, we've got a lot of entrepreneurs who are connected, as long as they're wired and have really good service, to any job that they want to do. So for us, this is a matter of economic survival.
The 1996 Act was the future then. The 1996 Act is the future today. The 1996 Act is the future tomorrow because it embraces and embodies the principles which are central to guaranteeing that we have an ongoing revolution in technology and accessibility within our society.
To make that network work, competition needs to continue to be in place. We need to continue to have interconnection between all of the networks that are out there. We need to continue to have access to locations that are fundamental for each of these businesses in terms of providing their service.
The technology's changing, but the need is the same. Competition, competition, and competition. And I'm very grateful and thankful that I can be part of it.
It's my way of saying what competition does. It makes everyone smarter. Our customers are smarter, our competitors are smarter, policy people are smarter, our legislators are smarter, we as leaders of the companies are smarter, and just everything gets better.
That farmhouse is a farmhouse that was built by my grandparents. My father grew up in that house, and there was telemedicine, telehealth technology that helped my grandfather at the time stay in that house. Just a little simple thing of having a button, a call button that says, "I need help," out in the middle of nowhere of west central Wisconsin. The technology has changed a lot, and it's through innovation that the Telecommunications Act in 1996 and further efforts by folks like Congressman Harper on promoting and pursuing better telehealth legislation that can help us do more than just having a button on a person's chain around their neck.
Westar Mortgage is a mid-sized company with 39 branches across the United States. And there are significant reasons why Westar selected a competitive carrier like XO. It's customer service. We have direct access to their leadership at all levels. And from my perspective, this positively impacts the quality of customer service and the response time. My experience, I've been a IT guy, a CIO, and a CISO for 31 years now. So I have some background in the industry of telecom. And my experience has been when you work with the larger market carriers, the challenges that you face when you have an incident or an outage is actually resolution of the problem and escalation of that problem. With XO, what I'm able to do is to pick up the phone and to get managers at all levels and stuff involved. Technology and innovation. By working with a carrier like XO Communications, what it does for a small or mid-sized business is it gives us an opportunity to influence technology and innovation.
Broadband internet access is 100% mission critical for what we do. It's all that we do. Everything we do is online. And we were thrilled to engage 3 years ago with TW Telecom. Our building didn't have fiber in it, even though we're just across the river in a pretty high-tech area in Arlington, Virginia. Our building wasn't lit, and TW took the initiative to do so, worked with us to kind of negotiate the deal, did it very quickly, and I can happily say that in the 3 years we've had their service, we have had 100% uptime. And for us, that when it comes to mission critical, what more can you ask for?
We will be building the stories all over the country from customers that benefit from competition. You're hearing part of the story today, but this is going to be a growing, emerging story and coalition as we face the issues at the FCC and the possible reform of the Telecom Act as we go into future Congresses.
I've seen us stop a lot of good things in the city, but now we've got to put our attention on launching some really good things. But it won't happen without you and without millions more like you speaking up, organizing, demanding our rights as to a communications ecosystem that includes each and every one of us and each and every one of our fellow citizens around the land. Whose internet is it anyway? And whose democracy is it anyway?
So when I think about how to represent the interests of consumers, of users, it's gone from the old world of telephone service to the internet. This building reminds me of something really important that goes beyond, I believe, what everybody has said today. Senator Markey mentioned the library itself and the repository of knowledge here. But when you hear people talk about where we are today because of these wonderful policies, you also hear an awful lot of discussion of my individual rights to say what I want on the internet or to get what I want on the internet, or my ability to find out anything on the internet from this repository of knowledge here or anywhere else in the world. And what we have kind of walked ourselves into is something I think that's even deeper than what we were thinking of in 1996 as we were opening the door to competition. It's all about freedom of expression.